Hello, good evening. This weekend will look pretty different across much of Scotland. Hospitality in the populated central part of the country will shut down for 16 days. Elsewhere, alcohol will no longer be served indoors. It is, the First Minister warned, a short, sharp shock. Call it a circuit break if you like. Without it, Nicola Sturgeon said, the virus risked being out of control. The move will provoke scrutiny from those who think the response is overblown. Scotland's infection numbers are considerably lower than in parts of England and Wales. Conversely, it will make some south of the border think our own government's response should be similarly hardline. And tonight, Newsnight has learned further details of a traffic light system that could be introduced as soon as Monday to spell out 3 tiers of measures to cope with different infection rates in England. We'll have all the latest from Nick Watt on that in a moment. But first, let's start in Edinburgh with Lewis Goodall, who can tell us exactly what's been said. Lewis. Thanks very much. If I can pick up with Peter Bone. If Nick Watt is right in his analysis and what he's heard, England will shortly see a whole new system of restrictions, the traffic light system or the COVID alert system. Your response to that, Peter? Thank you all very much indeed. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thank you. Now, the US Vice President, you'll often hear political pundits say, is only a heartbeat away from the presidency. That heartbeat has been under scrutiny like never before. Donald Trump has had a time TARDIS of a week. One presidential debate, one COVID diagnosis, one trip to and from hospital, one made-for-TV campaign video. No wonder then that tonight's debate between his VP and the Democratic running mate feels like the next stage in a soap opera. The stage is set tonight in Utah. 12 feet, a sheet of plexiglass and a world of political opinion will divide Mike Pence and Kamala Harris. David Grossman reports. When you watch that, it's about rendering your opponent what? Sort of unable to respond. It's a pretty violent spectator sport, isn't it?
So mixed martial arts.
Fight. Are you quite surprised that the BBC is showing it mainstream?
No, obviously it's a massive step forward.
Such a fast-growing sport. I mean, where do you think the appetite comes for this from the viewer?
I think, the viewers will just have a fascination with it.
Honestly, how you came to it, because I'm trying to work out, do you think of it as more mental or more physical? Do you have a sort of, a strategy in your head when you're facing the opponent? Where did you come to this from?
Of course we do. We're professional athletes.
Divide 50-50 between the sexes, or do you find you're in a minority as a woman doing this? I'm wondering do you find you get a lot of pushback in a sport that is perceived to be incredibly violent?
No,
This weekend, thanks for joining us. Very briefly take you through the front pages. The Daily Telegraph has PM may shut pubs despite mounting Labour opposition. Picture of Keir Starmer there. Daily Mail has got, so when will they listen? This is about tighter measures have not helped 19 out of 20 northern towns. And The Guardian has the Scotland story, bars and restaurants and hotspots face stricter curbs as virus surges. That's all from us for tonight. But Kirsty is here tomorrow. Thanks for joining us as ever. Bye-bye.